everybody out there. Lower the music here. For those who are going to join me, I hope you can see me. You can see my sign behind there. Coming to you from Wisdom Way Farm. Thought I would get on to talk to a few of you, so I'll let a few of you join. I can't see without my glasses who's on, so I apologize. When you write comments, I can see them, so I'll just say, oh, here comes everybody now. Okay, there's Dave and Erin, and let's see, Mary. Hi, Mary. I was talking to one of my clients today and told them to join as well. Again, for all of you who are watching, these are usually spontaneous. And today is, hi Mary, how are you? Hi Erin. And usually they get on late or they get on early. I try to make an announcement. Hi Jessica, how are you? But I figured I'd get on because I haven't done any writing today. And one of my, hi Leslie, how are you? And one of my friends of a friend said to my friend, she hasn't done any writing in the last couple days. I've been a little busy at the farm. Hi, Meredith. So my apologies. I know some of you who are, I went to see a couple clients in their home yesterday. Some of you who are stuck in hi, Lucinda. How was your day? My day is good. My boyfriend's, I'm on. Eric's going to come and say hello, I think. Do you want to be on live? Facebook? He says no. It's all set. So, I haven't, thanks, hon. He doesn't want to be on live. So, anyways, so I went to visit some of my clients who live a little further from here in their homes because they're afraid to come out during this time. Hi, Karen. Yesterday. So I've been on the road a little bit. And they look forward to me writing about something, and I humbly say that. I again started the writings. Let me put my glasses back on because I won't be able to see who's coming in. But I started the writings to kind of help everybody through this time, this changing time. Hi, Darlene, how are you? Oh my goodness. I'm actually so surprised who gets on. So anyways, back to what I was saying. So when I went out to visit a couple clients, they miss it too because it keeps them connected with the world. And I know, over the last week or so, we have been struggling with all this chaos out in the community. So because of how I teach and because of what I know, I'm here for your questions. I'm here for your thoughts. I'm here to ease your anxieties. Hi, Mom. How are you? My mother is watching now. Okay. Teacher Facebook, and she will accomplish the world. All right, very good. So I came on to kind of alleviate the fears and anxieties that some people are having. And if you're having something go on, please bring it up. I'll watch. Hi, Marilyn. I'll watch through your statements, your comments. But for those of you who are new, this is Wisdom Way Farm, my business. My what do you call it? The sign is right in back of me. I'm sitting here out in the pasture because we're in transition. So besides being very busy with clients, I am chasing around a lot of animals. I have 12 ducklings that are growing very rapidly, and 3 dogs. One of which is my grand dog that I'm watching for my daughter, and 3 cats, and older ducks, and 2 goats. So it's a little busy here, and plus I see clients all day long. And because of this whole change and what's going on, I have a new office being built on the farm, and I'm going to save that for later. Bob is working diligently. It should be ready maybe next week. I don't know. Probably one room will be ready at least, hopefully, next week by Tuesday or Wednesday or so. And then the others will get done expediently. So I'm excited about that. So a lot of changes here. I'm sure changes in life. Leslie, you're having a tough time, just overwhelmed and feeling not very productive. Yeah, I think a lot of us are feeling not productive, and it's because of the energy of the world. And so I've had a lot of people anxious, depressed. I spoke to a few on the phone today, and sleeping a lot. And I think this is a time to do that, to take care of yourself, to do the things that you need to do. So if it means sleeping more, resting, not cleaning up your house, letting things go, taking care of your healing, it's important to do. And I think not sleeping, yeah, all of the above. Leslie, thanks for sharing that, because I'm sure all of you who are on right now have some sort of thing that's going on. It's really heavy out there, right? If you watch the news, if you watch any of the news or read any of the news articles, get on Facebook, and there's a lot of angry people out there, which is such a shame, because hi everybody, I see the wave. Because we really should be coming from a place of love and a place of harmony. You know, when I think of the basic things that are going on right now, is we're a bunch of like angry people dealing with our stuff, angry like 4-year-olds having a temper tantrum. You know, we want it our way, we want it our side. I'm sure many of you have seen a 4-year-old have a temper tantrum, and you know, the flat out temper tantrums that they throw themselves on the floor about. I was talking to a client today about this, and I said, you know, you see mothers try to soothe them. You see mothers try to calm them down and say, well, we can't get the toy, or we need to leave the store right now, whatever it is that they're having a temper tantrum about. And within a period of minutes, maybe 20, the child comes down and is able to bring them down. Hello, Penelope. Able to bring themselves down to maybe cease the sobbing and grab the mother's hand and walk out of the store, usually. Unless the mother's reactive, right? If the mother say, wait till your father gets home, or the parent, I should say parent, you're going to be in trouble, no movies when you get home, then the child just escalates. So I think that's where we are as a community. We're yeah, full moon tonight, time to let it go, yeah. And that riles up a lot of emotion in us. So I think right now, for all of us, we are experiencing that irritation, that frustration. And for some of us who have a hard time, am I frozen? Great. Am I frozen still? Let me know. But for some of us, we're having a hard time. Let me see. Did I lose y'all? I hope I didn't. Okay, I'm going to walk with my camera so you can see me. So those of you who can still see me, keep hanging in there. Out in the pasture, I never know what's going to happen. Can you see me now? If you can just let me know that you can see me and you can hear me as I walk. I'll go sit on my front step. My name is Laura. I am Leslie's cousin. I'm here with my daughter. Hi, Elvira. Very excited to listen to you. Oh, good. Okay, so now I have people who can see me again. Okay, thanks, Leslie, for letting me know. Okay, I'm going to walk across my front lawn so you'll see me. So it's really important, right, to take care of those needs that if we need to rest, if we need to have a temper tantrum, go and do it. But let's do it not harmfully to others. Let's do it in respect of others. And let's do it in the respect that each one of us is growing and having a hard time growing and changing. So we need to, is this good? Okay. And so when we have a hard time growing, we tend to get frustrated. We tend to have tantrums. That's what human nature is all about. And that's normal. And not to feel bad about that, but to accept that in you. Let's see if my dogs bark too much. So we need to realize that at this time. What I wanted to say, and what I say, is that we have to also remember, oh look, even more beautiful, is that we have to remember that during this time, going back to the couple other videos that I did, is that we're doing multidimensional healing. And so we may be working on our own individual control of emotions such as anger, frustration, fear, emotion. And we're also dealing with our relationships with the world, so whether that be the people we're stuck in with, children, parents, but healing in humanity, in a place of healing for the community. And what's fascinating are right with that, right? Some of us and stating that we need a voice. Those people are actually raising our vibration as human beings, and also the evolution. Oh, here I am again. So much for technology. So I'll wait for everybody else to join me again. But what I was saying was that we need to come from a place of love. We need to come from a place of balance, and we need to come from less of a place of frustration. Here we come. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's happening here at the farm, but now I'm at the trailer. Maybe I shouldn't have done this outside. But what I wanted to say is that we need to come from a place of less frustration, less anger, and the parent that approaches a child like that, right? Hi, everybody. Glad you're back. And a parent that approaches a child like that, they get better results from their child. We want to approach ourselves like that as well, and approach a community like that. It'll bring you more sleepful nights. You know, some of the stuff we're hearing and the anger we're hearing is we're on the verge of losing our hope that things won't change. We're becoming scared of what we might have had and what we might lose in this fight for a better world that we're living in. I think things have to change in order to be better. If we didn't change and grow up in a human body, well, we wouldn't be able to do things like ride bikes, get a job, drive, those types of things. And so change isn't always easy. Change from a tantrum to a peaceful situation, understanding that you can't have your toy right at that minute, can be frustrating when you're listening to mom. But also change can bring on very good things. So those of you who are out there thinking that there's no hope, or thinking that things are going to change so much that it just won't be the same and you can't survive in it, that's like absurd. Think of how absurd that is. That's an impossible thing for people to have no change. If in your whole life you've had change happen. Some of them are easy, some of them are harder. Our world is changing. People are changing. Our government is changing for the better. There are things, old concepts that don't work anymore. They don't work anymore. I used to think of the concept of the cell phone as being ridiculous, and I never really had one. I didn't really use it. But over the time of expanding my business, I've learned to use my cell phone very well. And I'm not here to lecture you. Hi, Alicia. I'm not here to lecture you. I'm here to change your perspective in where we're going and what we're doing, and what we're doing individually too. So you as an individual are growing. If you're having a hard time and you're getting angry and you're getting hopeless and you're getting anxiety ridden and frustrated and all these different things, if you're getting that way, you're growing. You're like a seed in the soil growing into some sort of beautiful flower, but you don't know. I read somebody, it might be one of you on here, planted some seeds, but yet you forgot to put the name of the seeds or what they were, so it's like a mystery garden that you're having. Yeah, you're planting seeds right now in you and growing in your family and your relationships in our community, planting seeds that we don't really know where we're going, and that's scary. But I'll tell you what, some of the planting that I've done that I haven't labeled have come up with the most beautiful flowers, the most surprising string beans, the most surprising herbs, and that is us as a human population. Hi, how are you? Happy to see you, Karen Olson. Hi, Kathy. lost my glasses somewhere in the line here, so I'm straining to see all of you. So again, why I write. I write to bring you these concepts so that it can ease your worries and ease your pain. I know all of you can't get to see me. I know all of you can't be in my office. I've talked to some of you on the phone. I encourage you to come when you can safely. We're practicing social distancing here. But I encourage you also to read the writings that I do and also the video. Not that I'm the end-all be-all, but because of my teachings, I put it all together and I'm able to see the beauty from this. One of my favorite lines in a book long ago is the shaman is having a conversation with another shaman. And one of my favorite lines and the most beautiful lines I've ever heard in my training was that this shaman was a young shaman and was talking to a very, very old shaman. And he said, but we can't always grow. What's the reason for suffering and sadness? And the older shaman looked at him and said, we love the dark times. We love the times because we learn how to grow. We learn the most important healing we're supposed to learn throughout our lives in the dark times. And he said it's like a seed in soil. The seed doesn't know where it's going, whether it'll grow to the light, whether it'll grow to the side, the left, the right, but it grows up towards the light. It doesn't know how far it is away from the top of the soil. It doesn't know if it gets to the soil, it won't be eaten by something or, I don't know, bugs infect it. But that's where we are as a population. And I just love that thought, is that each of us as a human being, hi everybody, hi Teresa, we are growing. And this is why we're here on this planet. So back to the concepts, is that we're doing individual healing, we're doing family, relationship, friend, tribe healing, if you want to call it. And we're right now in the middle of community healing for our world. The next one is our states. Our states are going to be healed and do healing and changing of constructs. And then it will be a country. And then it will be our world. And so I hope that all of you in listening to this can change your perspective, whichever side of the rail you stand on, and know that we need to be kinder, even to the people we don't maybe necessarily agree with. We need to be kinder. We need to be kinder in the fact that we need to listen more. And listen more with our hearts and understand. Have patience like a kind, mothering or fathering, nurturing parent would with a child that's having a tantrum in the middle of Walmart because of a toy. That's us. That's who we are. Hello, Teresa. That's who we are as a people. So I encourage you as you go about your weeks, or your weekend. It's the weekend, isn't it? My week has gone really fast. But as you go about your week, I encourage you to take these concepts with you and put them out in the world. A little kindness goes a long way. I know there's a lot of people saying it, but why are we doing it? We're doing it to assist the other person to grow more, to evolutionize, I like to call it, to evolve, to be, whether it be a beautiful flower. And in helping another person grow, we become a more beautiful flower. And so we need them. Oh, somebody commented, I can't see you. I can't see it in the comments. Sorry, I left my glasses on the stairs. But we need to become who we're becoming, but helping others helps them grow as well. So I'd like you to think about that. And I'd also like you to think about this concept, is that, all of us who are of a certain age, we are doing this not only for ourselves, but for the children of this planet to come. Can you just say your words? Can you just visit your space? Can I just visit my space? You mean visit my office? My office is in shambles right now. Next video, Mary. Next video, I'll visit my space. You can just visit. You mean come and visit? Yeah, you can come and visit here. We have trails here. We have ducks. We have goats. You don't have to do anything. I had a couple come and walk the path the other day. Yeah, that's fine. Just let me know so I know you're out there. That's fine if you come visit. We like visitors. Right now we're in a little turmoil. I would say in the next few weeks we're not going to be so much. And we're planning on doing a Wise Woman Circle for all of you women out there on Monday. It starts at 6 o'clock. It's here on the farm. We will probably be by a fire or outside, so bring your bug spray. Or in a pasture somewhere on chairs. Right now in Rhode Island, we have 15 people, and we'll be social distancing and with our masks, but you're welcome to come. We've had an expanding group before COVID, and I just assume it's going to get bigger. We have classes here. Yep, you can come, Mary. Hi, Christy. How are you? Have nothing. So, there you go. Awesome. Yes, awesome. Come and visit us. Come and visit us. We love visitors here, and the animals love visitors here. And I think the land loves visitors here. We are located at Friel Farm Way. It's a private road. So again, this is my home, and this is what I walk on. So call us when we're usually open 11 to 5. So call us when you want to come out and visit. On the weekends, we're not quite open yet, just because we have a lot of busyness going on here. But yeah, come walk the trails, come see the fairy houses, come be a part of the energy of the land. On this land, just to let you know, a little history is that the Narragansetts used to walk through our property and follow the deer trail down to Blackwater Management Farm, which is right across the street from us. It's a hiking trail. And that's also a beautiful place to hike and walk. So we have much space for people to come. You never know what we're going to do. Sometimes we do fire ceremony up here as the summer goes. We'll be doing some of those. And we'll be doing, I have a class that's coming up, but I won't be posting that until July. We have our retreat still that we're going to be doing September 26th, I believe is the date. We have a lot of exciting things coming. And we're trying to pace it with what's going on in the world, and so that everybody can come. So back again to the Wise Women. You want to come, just call our number, 401-206-7330. And the sooner you call, the better. And we'll know how many people are coming, because we won't go over that 15 number right now. So right now that's for the Wise Women group, and that will be Monday evening. That's our first meeting since COVID. So love the fire ceremony. Yes, Sally, you were at the fire ceremony. Yes. We have a lot of things, and we'll be doing a lot of things throughout the summer. So you probably won't see them until mid-June advertised, and July. But like I was saying, the Native American Indians just to walk down this hill and run with the deer. There's a deer run that comes through here. Actually, the deer just ate all my tomatoes the last 2 years, so I'm hoping they don't this year. But it was very interesting when I first came to this land, and up on the hill, there's another house, and then there's about 200 acres back there, and there used to be it was the first Quaker house in Rhode Island. And for those of you who don't know the history in Rhode Island was formed because it was a place of respite and peace for your religion, your beliefs, your hopes, your dreams. We never saw color, we never saw race, we never saw religion. And it's just interesting that it was just up on this hill that they used to walk to church. And the reason I know that is because when we had a forester come here, he had to look up all the history. So it's a pretty interesting thing that right now, thanks to my sweetheart Eric, we have a holistic place where people can come to heal, seek medicine, herbs, organic vegetables, and we're working to make it the best it can be, because it is a rundown farm, and the animals can live here freely, but also the magic that exists here and the healing that exists here on the land. When I first started seeing clients a couple weeks ago, here under the tent, and my apologies, it's not what it was because of the situation in the world. They didn't care. They wanted to come to seek peace. This land offers some magical energy, That's all I can say. I didn't do anything to it. It came with it. I came here. We have a medicine wheel. We have a labyrinth that you can use, and I will do some classes on that in the upcoming months. We have some celebrations out here, so it does have a sense about it that is an important place for people to come and obtain peace and healing. So what's this? Okay, so Hannah and Nathan. Hi, Hannah and Nathan. How are you? Jasper loved being under the tent. That's right, Sally, you came. Jasper did come. Yeah, the animals love it. If you have an animal, I encourage you, Eric, it will encourage you to bring your animal, and certainly don't leave them in the car. We're very much animal people, and we allow our animals to roam free. They've knocked down so many gates now. I got to build another one, a fence, but they don't like being fenced in. I think it's because of the energy here. There's a couple of paths, and Eric will be clearing those soon in the next couple of weeks. We have been, it's Eric and I who do the land. Eric does a lot of the outside work, and for those of you who don't know, he works for the National Guard, so he is testing right now everybody in nursing homes, and so he works quite a bit, and I'm here trying to run the whole zoo that I've created. But that's what we're doing here. And I also, what's that? Leslie, even if there are 5 dogs, yeah, as long as they're on leashes and they're okay with free roaming animals, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Yes, I have 2 goats. Yeah, 2 goats, and the goats, yeah, the goats are really friendly. For those of you who've met them, their names are Laverne and Shirley, and we're kind of the 80s farm, so Laverne is the friendliest. Shirley's quite shy. She's got the blue eyes, and I've sent some pictures, and I just got 2 new older ducks, and their names are Daphne and Velma. So from Scooby-Doo. So yeah, we're a little nerdy that way here. Anyways, back what I was saying. I hope anybody else have any comments or questions tonight. I might be able to fit in a few more before dinner here. Eric eats dinner very late, so we go to bed early, pretty much earlier than you guys probably go to bed, and I get up really early. Leslie, have pics to send you of them. Oh, good. All right, Leslie, you have pictures. Yeah, a lot of people like to come and have their pictures taken with the animal. They're very friendly. And for those of you who don't have animals like that, we do and the ducklings should be coming in the next couple weeks too. So everything's kind of falling into place around the time where the ducklings will be out, and you'll get to see the baby ducks, and they're very friendly too. Still looking for some great names because, I don't know. I can't tell. I just haven't figured out who's going to be who. Can you tell me about what, Leslie? Pics about partner. I don't know what that is. Oh, parrot. My parrot Wilson is watching with me. Ah, there you go. Universe energy we're experiencing now will plateau soon. Oh, thanks for saying that. Again, part of what I write is what I feel spirit sends me. I just write it. I don't even write it with glasses on. I have to correct it 3 times during the day at least. Yeah, Sally, so that's a good thing. So not only are we growing, but I have been using this concept with people because I know people are struggling out there. It makes me nuts. I live in heaven here, basically, and I see people just hurting. So I want you to know that where we are, okay, is we're literally, this change in energy, we're literally like on a roller coaster. You know how it goes up and then comes down the other side? We're literally up here and stuck, almost at the top, but not quite. And that's, again, bringing a lot of this irritability. And then we have the full moon and 5 planets that haven't aligned. And, that's another energy that's focused on us. So it's really going to be tough, I would say, for the next couple of weeks. And so being mindful of that's happening to you. So we're stuck before we get to the precipice of the top of the roller coaster. That's how I would think it. So a lot of people are here and they're sitting there thinking, okay, they'll start the ride again, I'm sure. Or some of them are climbing out of the cars, or some of them are laughing and singing. But that's kind of my analogy for it. And I was saying to a client, I said, the energy is going to shift and then we're going to be stuck at the top. Like, oh, please, just let this be over with. And we're going to have to sit there for a little while. And then once we sit there, okay, for a little while, then we're going to come down. And coming down isn't easy. So often I get people who say to me, how long is this going to last? The other day I said 10 years to somebody, and that's kind of how I feel. And people go, oh, no, not 10 years. And I said, you know what? Here's the thing. It's going to get 10 years to go back to something where we can kind of breathe through and feel like this is right. Again, new constructs, new ideas, new things to learn, a new way of being. That's what we're going to learn. And coming from the heart is how we learn that, coming from the heart. When is the wisdom circle beginning? At 6 o'clock, Elizabeth, wisdom circle. More weeks of this? Yes, Melissa, more weeks of this. Hi, Leah. How are you? Is it acceptable to be calm throughout all of these things right now? Yeah, I mean, if you're really connected spiritually, like if you have practiced reading the Bible, if you have a meditation practice, or any other things like I walk every morning or swim or I connect to nature. These are the things we should be doing to get us out of that frustration tantruming thing. So we might be doing more of it. And that's okay. Yes, Sally. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we should be doing to keep us calm, to keep us steady and go forward. I had one client, I said, just go forward. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep getting up to that top of roller coaster. We have to wait until everybody gets to that top before we can come down the other side. And when I said 10 years to the client, I said, look, they could do it in 2 years, but the more we fight, changing our ways and being open to another's ideas, the more we fight that, the harder it is for us to get there. So if you're fighting something right now, stop. If you're fighting with a neighbor or disagreements or political rhetoric, just stop it. You're actually, and I'm not trying to guilt you into anything, you're actually making it harder for humanity to get there as an individual. You need to be able to accept both sides in order to get to the top. Often I say to people, what did you say, Christy? Meditation, yes. Often I say to people this, look, I don't believe in any sides. There's two sides to every story, right? My father used to say that to me. There's two sides to every story, Karen. I'd be like, okay, I don't believe in any sides. I don't believe that somebody's right and wrong. I believe that there are situations that are good and bad. But for who? And based on whose belief? Is it mine? Is it yours? Hopefully for the populace we can find something good. And so it makes it very difficult for me to take sides on one side or the other. I tell my clients I'm a peacekeeper. That's it. I don't want to take a side. And I'm not going to take a side with a couple on either side if they're going through problems or separation and divorce. And I'm not going to take a side between a teenager and their parent. I'm not going to take a side. I'm going to see what's good for the populace, what's good for the whole. And that's where we have to be. Lisa Gentis, what is to say those who feel like crying all the time during this chaos? Yeah, you're growing. Good for you, Lisa. Yep, cry some more. Do things that will let those tears out and go forward. Make the changes you need to have. You need to do it. Jake, it's hard. It's a hard reset of the world. It certainly is a hard reset of the world. Again, some of you are about my age. And I remember, I've been thinking about a lot about this. Maybe you guys can connect. Is that when I was in high school, okay? And this goes back to the children. When I was in high school, it was in the 80s. I graduated in 85. That seems like such a long time ago. And I was president of student council. I was involved in a lot of things, and I was very lucky. I was smart. I was artistic. But I'll tell you what, I was friends with every group. I may not have hung out with them on Friday nights, but I was friends with every group. In fact, my mother, it was a bad statement, but my mother used to call me friends of the friendless, because I would befriend those people who didn't have any. And that's what we need to go back to. I remember in the 80s we had the punk rockers and the rock and rollers and the deadheads and the disco queens and all that other stuff. And it was okay that they were disco queens and I liked, I don't know, John Cougar and Mellencamp. It was okay. Where did we go wrong? Our society, and I think, what did you say, Sally? Crying is cleansing. Yeah. I set my intention and then reset. Yes, absolutely. Keep going. Don't let this change who you are, but take the good in who you are and recognize that your feeling, your emotions that are coming up are really a reflection of what's happening in the world and you growing. It's hard to grow. We started this journey of birthing a new human being. And I might have said this on my last video. We started this journey of birthing a new human being in the year 2012. Now, for those of you who come to my office, I talk about this a lot. And in the year in 2012, you know, the end of the Mayan calendar, everybody was worried. Should I cash in my 401k or pension? And I said, no, that's not what they said. The indigenous tribe said that we would grow a new human being. We would become more involved. So for those of you who remember what 2012 was like, and 13 and 14 and 15, etc., we were growing into a new human being. We were literally born again. We had a new aura in 2012. And that's by the teachings of the indigenous people, the smart ones, the ancient ones. And they told us this would happen. Well, now think about it. 2012 to 2020. We're a bunch of 8-year-olds. You tell me what an 8-year-old is like. For those of you who have ever seen an 8-year-old, what is an 8-year-old like? Are they smart? Some. Do they pay attention? Some. Are they angry? Some. Do they have a little nervousness and anxiety? Some. Because they're still trying to find their core and who they are. That's an 8-year-old. This is where we are now. This is where we sit. Next year will be a 9-year-old. The following year, 10. So when I said to the client the other day, yeah, any thoughts on 2027? Oh my gosh, Teresa, you're making me go really fast. Yeah, selfish, 8-year-olds, there you go. Yeah, so when I said 10 years to this client, 10 years plus 8 is 18. We'll be 18-year-olds then. We'll be adults as a collective. And hopefully, 18-year-olds have a little bit more sense than an 8-year-old. And so we will be there. So does 10 years makes us in 2030, right? Am I doing that right? Yeah. So what's 2027 going to be? It's going to be a good year. -3. Well, let's see. We'll be 15 then. What's a 15-year-old like? Oh boy. You know, think about that in a new concept. It helps you better prepare and better take care of yourself right now. And it's just a concept. You can ignore it all you want. But honestly, it's very helpful. It's very helpful to know that I'm an 8-year-old, okay? And today I was tired, but I did a lot of work, and probably about 4 o'clock I sat down and watched a goofy show. That's what an 8-year-old would do. A cartoon. 8-year-olds are creative. How many people are knitting, painting, doing puzzles? Yeah, okay. We're going back to our 8-year-old self. Ride a bike. 8-year-old, you had your first love? Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Some of you may be discovering your first love at 8. Think about that. That's a pretty wild thing. I think at 8-year-old, I was a weird 8-year-old, so I was probably reading like books of Bigfoot or something, and I don't know. doing safaris in the backyard, I was still pretending and different things like that. So connect with that, of yourself and how you're growing. Connect with your 8-year-old. That will ease some of the crying, Lisa. That will ease some of the anxiety, some of the hopelessness that you feel. Connect with your 8-year-old. What did you do when you were 8-year-old? Did you read a lot of books? Time to get some books. Did you run? Did you walk? Did you jump rope? I taught an 82-year-old the other day how to belly dance. How about that? She looked at me like I was crazy, but she did it. And she's going to watch this video later. And Pat, I love you. So she's out there. Okay, I don't know how long I've been on here. Have I been on for a while? Probably. Almost a half an hour, right? Or more, I think. Any other questions this evening? I'm glad you all joined me. Again, I'm sorry I haven't been able to write. It's just been crazy. And taking care of these duckies here. I'm their mama. I'm the mama bear. So I am taking care of them today. And they eat quite a lot. And they poop and make a mess all over the place. And they're in my house. So I'm working hard at that. So let me leave you with this. It's so important right now. So important right now. Kathy, crying cleanses the soul. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So cry. 8-year-olds cry. That's good. So let me leave you with this. I want you to remember your heart. Not your heart as an organ that sits to the left of your chest. That's my ICU days. I want you to remember your heart. You're welcome, Mary. I want you to remember your heart and live from your heart. And start living from your heart. And so when you see somebody who is angry, don't judge them. Don't question why they're doing what they're doing. Understand them that they are going through growth. And that it isn't easy for them right now. Okay? Understand that they are growing. And that's okay. And you'll have your turn too. And make your posts on Facebook positive. Not negative. We don't need any more negativity in the world. If you're putting negativity out, you're angry about something and you're growing. I'm trying to understand that. But understand you're growing. You're growing to understand another person who maybe has differences with you. Try to understand that. Come from a place of love. What's that? Thanks, Karen. You're welcome. Nurturing my inner child. That's right. Hi, Karen. Hi. Hi, you just popped on. That's okay. You can watch it, Regina. But try to come from a place of love. Try to remember your heart. Okay? Put your anger aside. And my quote is always throw down your sword first. And listen. People want to be listened to. The only thing that is going to change this world, the only thing that is going to change this world. It's not a political party. It's not a leader. It's not money. It's not more businesses. It's the people who live on it. The people who live on it, who move through their heart. And I just want to leave you with that tonight. So, okay, to all of those who joined tonight, thank you. I will try tomorrow to write something, and maybe not. Maybe I'll just get back on a video. When my office is done, I promise I'll give you a tour. You get to see all the great things that are happening. Maybe I'll give you a walk down the Fairy Village when we get it trimmed up. And please, all my love from my heart to your heart and your home. Bless yourself and keep growing. Okay? Good night. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Let's see if I can shut this off.